Today, in 2025, we do most of our shopping online. That's a big change from a decade ago. In 2016, e-retail made up only about 10% of purchases in the developed world. On one hand, Amazon seemed like the heavyweight champion. On the other hand, it only took $1 in every 100 that Americans spent shopping. Ironically, it was old-fashioned supermarkets and department stores that turbocharged the e-retail boom. Fighting back against online retailers, they turned their properties into delivery hubs to be as quick as Amazon over the last mile. And it's hard to remember now that Uber was once just a taxi service. Today, you're likely to share your ride across town with somebody's groceries, a summer dress, and a Lego set, all securely packed with passengers and products sharing the cost of each journey. With the processing power of Google behind it, by 2020, Uber was managing the last mile on over 2 billion deliveries a day. This allowed smaller players to compete with Amazon on price and beat them on service. Meanwhile, in America, a 100-year-old retailer led the fight against e-retailers. Macy's turned its stores into delivery hubs that were far more local than Amazon's. That freed up floor space for lifestyle and fashion experiences. Where Macy's led, others followed. Marks & Spencer's smallest stores became changing rooms where consumers could try their purchases on and return the ones that didn't fit. Now that half of our shopping is delivered to the doorstep, that's meant tremendous changes behind the scenes. Once, packagers had fought to make their brands look appealing in store. Now, it's all about the transit packaging. Those boxes that come from Carrefour and Zara that ensure that everything arrives in perfect condition. Those boxes became masterpieces of engineering. 10 years ago, they might have contained more air than product. Today, in 2025, they're custom built, and the goods are packed to minimize space and prevent damage. But convenience came at a cost. In 2019, the unrest began. People had seen their streets filling up with vans and their bins overflowing with cardboard. All over Europe, councils just couldn't cope with the amount of packaging our new shopping habits created. Scandals began to surface. Valuable materials were being burnt instead of recycled, and illegal tipping of waste was on the increase. Councils started fining companies that overpackaged. Lawyers fought in the European Court of Justice. Costs rose, so prices rose. Suddenly, e-commerce didn't seem like the miraculous bargain it always had. Environmental groups started to protest. Consumer groups joined them. Enough was enough. The zero packaging movement took to the streets. The EU took action. Packaging weight was limited. New laws forced deposit schemes on a wide range of containers and materials. In 2020, India banned single portion packs, and much of the rest of the developing world followed their example. By 2020, consumers are demanding very different things from their packaging. When it arrives at our houses, it has to be plain and durable, guaranteeing that our purchases arrive in perfect shape and has to survive a return journey if the size or color is wrong. Packaging must also help prevent waste as we use products. Today, liquids like detergents are made in hyper-concentrated forms, making every drop precious. So consumers need technology to dispense them extremely accurately. And finally, packaging needs to add value in the shop, where theatre and storytelling has become central to everything, and where the pack is there simply to encourage consumers to fall in love with the product. A whole new age of creativity is beginning, where brands and their packaging designers aim to seduce consumers. 10 years ago, we thought that e-commerce would destroy the centers of our towns. Who could have predicted that it would give them a new lease of life?